This is the Blade 4 by VAX. It's the latest incarnation in their One PWR Cordless series. Now they do make some very bold claims about how good this product is, so we'll have a closer look and we'll put it through its paces. But this is a mid-range cordless vacuum. Let's take a closer look and see if it's any good. Hey everyone, this is All Things Tech, and in this video we're looking at the VAX Blade 4. This is a cordless vacuum cleaner which retails for $219.99, and I'll leave the latest price links in the description. Now, the headline features from VAX on this vacuum cleaner are the fact that it will last for 45 minutes, it will only take 3 hours to charge, it has a removable smart One PWR battery, it's lightweight, and it has a dust tracker. Now, my friends, you are going to laugh when I show you what the dust tracker is. Anyway, we'll get on to that later. There is also a brushless motor. Now, my friends, this is quite a decent bit of kit. It is actually very well made. The build quality feels robust and very premium. I have had older VAX products in the past, and I was always a little bit disappointed when compared to you-know-who. But this is definitely a giant leap forward. Every single component feels well made, and it's very, very simple just to slot together. There are only a few different components, so really, what can go wrong? So the weight of this is just 3 kilograms, and I did a few tests, and I'll show you some of those later, where I literally used it until the battery was drained, and I didn't find it too heavy to use at all. Now, this thing doesn't stand up by itself, but you do get an attachment which you can screw to a wall, and then it will literally just slot in. Operation of the VAX is completely simple. You literally have the power button, you then have a power control for extra suction, and then you have another button for the actual brush in the actual motor. Now, you've also got that battery indicator on the front, and that will flash red when you're about to lose battery. So guys, do you remember at the beginning when I said about the dust tracker? Well, this is the dust tracker. It's a light so that you can see dust. Incredible. Genius. Whoever came up with that, I tip my hat to you, sir. Right, we're going to do some tests now on how this performs both on hard floors and also on thick carpet. We've put some porridge oats, not cooked, they're still dry. What we found is on the first setting, it did an average job. Now, as you can see, it's pushing them to the side. It's not doing a brilliant job. Okay, this is now the next level of power, and I've just slowed this video down, but one thing that we noticed immediately was the power level increased dramatically. It definitely almost gripped the floor, and it was just an amazing difference. And that improved significantly again when we turned on the power head and that famous dust tracker. It was literally gripping the floor, and it was one of the best that we've seen in any. Now, I've got a Dyson and I've also got a Shark, and I've not noticed this level of suction on those, but I do have to say that this will have a dramatic effect on battery life, and I'll come on to that later. Now, as you just saw there, the taking away of the actual bin compartment is so simple. It's a one-handed operation by putting it on and putting it back. There are no problems there at all. Now, let's do the same test on carpet, and again, we pretty much found the same results. That first level of suction just was a little bit disappointing. Now, although, yes, it did get there in the end, you can see that first swipe actually just moved them up, and I found that the extra time that it took, well, probably you're using more battery anyway, and so you may as well use a higher level. So I definitely don't think that this particularly performs well on that first level of suction. So again, we repeated the test, put down the porridge oats again, increased the power to the higher level but without the brush mode going, and again we got a really good result. And again, I think it's very noticeable as you speed this through, which I've sped it up the same amount of time, but this literally took half the time of the actual first test. And again, when we tried it on the top power head, then it was exactly the same. That power and that amazing dust tracker going to work. And actually, if you look at the pile on the carpet, there was definitely, I wasn't expecting this level of suction for this level of device. Now, one of the most important things on these vacuums is battery life. We did 2 tests. Firstly, the manufacturer claims that this will do 45 minutes in boost mode. Now, boost mode is the second mode that I've shown you tonight, where you don't have the motorized head going, but you have the extra level of suction. Now, they claim 45 minutes, we got 42, so that's not too far off. But one thing that I think that you need to know is that this test that you're seeing now, this is with the motorized head on and the higher level of suction. This is if you really want to give a very, very thorough vacuum. Well then, in this test, we got around 9 minutes before the motorized head stopped. And as you can see, I think it was 9 minutes and 30 seconds. So we then got another couple of minutes with the machine reverting back to boost mode, but without that motorized head going. So this is just something that you need to be aware of. Now, in my house, I don't think that anyone should be doing any more than 11 minutes vacuuming a day anyway. So that for me is absolutely fine. But if you are thinking of doing a thorough vacuum, well then that is something that you need to be aware of. So my friends, overall I've been really impressed with this product. That level of suction that we got on the 2 higher modes was quite incredible and something which definitely surprised me. So in this price bracket, which is £220, I think that this is a very, very good buy. If you were looking at spending more money, then you'd probably have to go for something like this, which is the Shark Cordless Upright. It's got an anti-hair wrap, but that costs £420. This is definitely a good alternative if you want to spend about half the money. So guys, I will leave the latest links in the description. I'll leave the link to the Shark as well so that you can check that out, but this is definitely something that you should consider. Thanks as always my friends for watching this video, and let me know what your thoughts are.